Many a times what happens is when you lose some money, we should learn to let go. It is a closed file. Don't think about the losses. The stock market is not going to be closed today. It will be open tomorrow. Even if at 12 o'clock or 12:30 you get out from a position, you still have time to enter some other profitable position, guys. Remember that. You can make money in a rising market. You can make money in a falling market also. When the market is going down, there are people who have sold naked CE positions and made money. When the market was going up, people made huge money by selling PE options. Techniques are there. You should know all techniques. In football, you should know all the techniques. So many techniques. All techniques cannot be, you cannot use the same technique for all the games. Different games require different techniques, and a skilled trader knows when to use what, right? The second mistake most people do is people fall in love with a position. For example, if you have lost money in, say, a 17,300 position, they will want to recover it from the same position. Never do that. Have a predefined loss in mind, and once with best of your efforts, with best of your adjustments, if you're not able to control the situation, if the loss exceeds a predefined value, you should come out of that position. Don't fall in love with that position. Emotions don't work in the stock market, guys. It is a complete rational game. The markets have no mercy. Let's understand that fact first. The next people do is many a times take away the hedges. Hedges in the sense every sell PE should be accompanied by a sell PE, right? A sell PE should be accompanied by a sell CE, right? Sometimes what happens is you should never take away the hedges. That's the number one lesson. But at times when you're sure about the trend of the market, some seasoned players, they take out the hedges and try to make a little bit of money from naked options. That's a good way of making money because it's a quick money, but you have to be really, really sharp to do that. So it's always a good idea not to take away the hedges, but if you do that, monitor that very, very closely. More discipline is required when you play with naked options. Naked option is when you don't have a PE cell does not have a corresponding CE cell does not have a corresponding PE cell, or vice versa. A PE cell does not have a corresponding CE cell. Whenever that happens, you have to monitor that position very, very closely. I always give this example of a baby's diaper changing, because you have to keep a look on that baby all the time. You cannot let the baby idle. You have to keep seeing, keep on monitoring that. So this way, if you have this, you have to monitor this very, very closely. Stock option is not a game you can sit in the corporate office, do your work, close it, attend a meeting, and then opening the laptop. It's not meant for that. That is why I don't do it. I know about options market completely, but I don't play this game because I can't afford to do a training for 2 hours and come back and the market would have completely changed. Like we saw this example in the morning, a guy who had a good profit of 63,000 rupees, very safe positions, but he ended up losing 2,40,000 rupees just because he was not in a position to monitor the market closely, right? So always have that predefined locks and you should know when to come out of it. And remember this, guys, when I'm talking about predefined losses, another mistake people do is he has a predefined loss of 40,000 rupees or say 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, depending on your risk taking capability. When you have a loss of 25,000 rupees, they're not willing to book that loss. Instead, what they do is they look at the support and resistance levels. They will say, okay, let me allow the market to go another 30, let us see. But by this time, this multiplies like anything. It becomes uncontrollable. Once the predefined loss is achieved, you should have that discipline to come out of that position. Even if you're making a loss, guys, that discipline is important. You can recover this loss, not an issue. Like I said, when the market is going up, it is trending, you can still make money. When the market is going down, you can still make money. If you know the rules of option trading, you can make money either way in a trending market. If it goes up, if it goes down, you can still make money. But don't cling on to that specific position, which is why I'm saying don't fall in love with a position. Same thing happens in the equity markets also. In the equity markets, if guys have lost X amount of money in one share, they will not let go that share. They will want to recover money from the same share, right? They may wait for months together, but when it starts giving a 1% profit, they sell it. But next day they will find the same stock prices have moved up and it started giving 20% and 25%. All that happens. These are mistakes. And always remember, never surrender to hope. Mistakes people do is they take up wrong positions, they incur huge losses, and they pray and hope that the market will recover. The market will reverse. The market will reverse. Reverse means when it is going down, they will think it will reverse upwards, or when it is going up, they will think that it will reverse downwards. Why will it? Market is not a fool. You have to believe in your action. You have to take action. The market will go the way it goes. If it has gained a little amount of momentum, it will not lose that momentum too fast. You need to be aware of this particular fact. Market is not a fool to suddenly reverse it. Whereas people will keep on waiting. It will come down. It will reverse. It will reverse. By the time you realize you've already lost all your money, right? Learn to let go. Sometimes we need to learn, even if it is a loss of 10,000 or 15,000, just leave it. Not a big thing. You might think it is easier said than done, but a seasoned option player knows that the best thing to do is sometimes to let go, to give some money to the market so that you can take new positions and recover that if you really know how to play the game, right? Learning from past mistakes. Let me tell you, learning from past mistake is a cliched proverb, very easy to say that, but very, very difficult to implement, even for seasoned option traders. Because the guy who lost money, who came to me, is a very seasoned option player. He has been doing this. Every single thing I told him, he's already aware of that. But in spite of that, he lost money today. Because the lure of money is very, very strong. Many a times, you're completely engrossed into this options game that people fail to realize, and this was what happened with that guy, for whom, it's so have the discipline to, once again, very, very important lesson at the cost of repeating it so many times. I'm saying, have the discipline to let go small amounts of money to the market, especially when the odds are not in your favor. Very, very important. Many of us fail to smell the coffee even when it is very, very evident. So taking proper action is important. Hope is a very, very powerful tool, but not in the stock market, guys. It is absolutely. Love is a very good thing. Yesterday we had this Valentine Day. Love is very good, but don't love your position too much. When you think that a position is not advantageous, you let go that position, take a new position. For example, this guy who was sitting on this 17,350 CE position, he should have quickly booked 10 or 12. This is what I said. You should have booked losses in 17,350 positions, and you should have taken 17,500 and 17,600 position. Because the same guy who had a position right in the morning, which had 400 points up and 600, 700 points down, he was so safe with a 1.5 standard deviation on either side. When he started making losses, why his brain did not work? Why was he holding on to that 17,200 and 17,300 position when the market was at 17,250 is a simple question that I'm asking. Everyone does that mistake, right? So all I'm trying to say is, learning from past mistake is easier said than done, right? The question is, every time we make a mistake, what happens is we are surely learning from that. Nobody can say that we will never repeat those mistakes in future. We will still repeat those mistakes in future, but all said and done, the magnitude and the frequency of those mistakes will keep on going down with more and more experience, more and more maturity, more and more training. Training is extremely important. You don't get into the swimming pool without taking training on swimming, right? You don't sit in an aircraft and start flying the aircraft without a proper training. You don't sit in the car and start driving without a proper training, right? But you will find many people getting into the stock market without knowing what is stock market. Generally, people think stock market is a very easy game. Take out an app, have an ICICI Direct app, look at some graphs, look at some stocks, speak to friends, and then start playing the game. This is how people start playing in the stock market game. And Zerodha founder Nikhil Kamath said 99% people lose money in the stock market, guys. Okay, I hope you like this video. We're coming up with lots and lots of such valuable videos. Thanks for listening to this video. And this is Dr. Sadasivam signing off till we meet again. Bye bye. Good night. Jai Hind.